Hey there! Welcome to Lux Attic. Today we'll show you 15 popular cocktails everyone should know how to make. We all enjoy a cocktail every now and then, especially when we go out for a night on the town, or when we're on vacation, at a great resort. Unfortunately, in these last couple of months, none of those things have been possible with most of the world being on lockdown. So what better time to learn to make our own than right now? The beauty about mixing our own cocktails at home is that we don't have to go very far and endanger our lives, if we're not that great on the first try. It might actually take quite a few tries to develop an acceptable technique. Thankfully we do have a list of cocktails accompanied by a tentative recipe to follow, so you're not going in blind, but we will let you get creative, and come up with your own personal way of mixing. The only tool you really need for most of those drinks is a cocktail shaker, a few different bases, and you're ready to embrace your inner mixologist. We have gathered here a list of the most popular and fairly simple cocktails to make yourself, so have fun experimenting and enjoy! Let's start with Manhattan. Named after the Big Apple's most famous neighborhood, the Manhattan cocktail became popular in the mid-1870s, when it was served at a banquet in Manhattan, hosted by the mother of Sir Winston Churchill. It is made with whiskey, sweet vermouth and bitters. You can use any whiskey you have on hand, stir all the ingredients in a jug, strain it into a cocktail glass, and garnish with a maraschino cherry. Next, we have the Whiskey Sour. One of the oldest and most popular cocktails out there, it will surely impress anyone who tries it. The Whiskey Sour was originally made using whiskey, lemon juice, sugar, and egg white, which gives it a richer, creamier texture, and tones down the tartness. You can opt out of the egg white, but if you have some at home, why not try it both ways? Did someone say Margarita? The Margarita is a Mexican cocktail, made with tequila as its base, orange liqueur and lime juice. It is usually served with a salted rim, and it can be shaken with ice, or without, or blended with ice. To prepare, rub the rim of the glass with a lime slice, and turn the glass upside down in a plate of salt. Mix 1 ounce of Cointreau with an ounce of lime juice, and 2 ounces of tequila, and shake them all with ice and pour them into a glass. Garnish with a lime slice and enjoy. Next, a Tom Collins is just perfect for a fun night. Another veteran on the mixology scene, this cocktail was first introduced in 1876 by Jerry Thomas, the father of American mixology. It is one of the easiest cocktails to make and a favorite due to its simplicity. All you need to do is to mix all the ingredients: 50 milliliters of gin, 25 milliliters of lemon juice, 25 milliliters of sugar syrup, and 125 milliliters of soda water, in a glass over ice, and enjoy. Another popular cocktail is the Daiquiri. A very versatile yet simple to make cocktail, the Daiquiri is a must in your repertoire of mixed drinks. Rum-based, you just add your citrus juice of choice and sugar, and that's it. Doesn't get much easier than this, and the possibilities are endless. This is just one of those cocktails that you can play with, as you get more comfortable with your experimenting. Next, we have the Boulevardier. I'm not a bartender in my spare time, and I personally never heard of this drink. It is a must to learn how to make though, because it makes you all warm and fuzzy inside. Perfect for those chilly nights, you will be glad you stumbled upon it. Shake 30 milliliters of bourbon whiskey, 30 milliliters of sweet red vermouth, and 30 milliliters of Campari, in a cocktail shaker with ice, then strain it into a short glass over ice. Another cocktail that's extremely popular is the Mojito. The Mojito is one of my all-time favorites. This Cuban classic is a very refreshing rum-based drink, that is appropriate anytime, for any occasion. All you need is some white rum, a lime, a teaspoon of granulated sugar, soda water, and last but not least, a bunch of fresh mint leaves. I've tried it with dried mint and it is not the same. This is a not negotiable substitution, unfortunately. Fresh mint all the way. Next, the Sidecar. The classic Sidecar cocktail is probably the perfect harmony between sour, tart and sweet, all mixed into one pleasurable cocktail. Mix 60 milliliters of cognac, 30 milliliters of Cointreau, half of a juiced lemon in a shaker full of ice, strain it into an elegant cocktail glass, and garnish with a lemon, or orange twist, and you got yourself a classic. It's not too complicated to make, but it sure looks like one of the most expensive cocktails out there. Straight from Russia, the Moscow Mule. If you want to experience the real way this drink was meant to be enjoyed, grab a copper mug, fill it with crushed ice, add 50 milliliters of vodka, 150 milliliters of ginger beer and garnish it with a sprig of mint. It will stay chilled and refresh you for those days when you want some strong flavors with a little oomph. Next up, the French 75. For the lovers of gin and champagne, this is a very easy, yet sophisticated French cocktail. Le Soixante cans, as it is called in French, contains 50 milliliters of gin, half of juiced lemon, 10 milliliters of sugar syrup and 75 milliliters of champagne. Mix all the ingredients, except the champagne, in the shaker with ice, shake well and strain it into a champagne flute. Top it up with the champagne and give it a gentle stir. Santé! Cosmopolitan is another popular cocktail. For the lovers of sex and the city, this is your drink of choice. Although first introduced in Minneapolis, Carrie popularized this drink a lot, which made many believe this was a Manhattan-based cocktail. Before the cranberry juice was added to this drink, it was not thought of as a girly drink. This vodka, triple sec and lime juice mix is actually a very strong manly cocktail. Don't be fooled by its pink color. Next, the Southside cocktail. This is a simple gin-based cocktail which can be customized with either soda water or champagne, or enjoyed on its own. The main ingredients are gin, mint leaves, 1 lime juiced and some sugar. Mix all those ingredients into a shaker with ice, and give it a good shake, then pour over ice into a cocktail glass. When you're feeling more festive, top it up with champagne, but soda water will give it a nice variation if you need the extra fizz. Moving on, the Aperol Spritz needs no introduction. Maybe my Italian influence growing up has something to do with my preference for this drink, but take my word for it, it is good. The Aperol Spritz cocktail is very simple to make, and you definitely don't need a chemistry degree to be able to get the ratios on this drink right. It's as simple as it gets: 3 parts Prosecco, 2 parts Aperol and 1 part soda water. Chin chin. Next, the old-fashioned cocktail. A staple in any well-stocked bar, this cocktail is a classic. Invented by James E. Pepper in Louisville, this is a bourbon-based drink that is sure to please your palate. Start off by mixing 60 milliliters of bourbon with 1 sugar cube, and make sure the sugar is dissolved before the next step. You can then add ice cubes to your glass and 2 dashes of Angostura bitters, and if you prefer, you can fill up the glass with soda water and garnish it with orange peels. Last but not least, the popular dry martini. No list will be complete without the dry martini. If you're a newbie and you're just learning about mixing cocktails, I would say definitely learn to make a dry martini. It is one of the simplest, yet sophisticated drinks out there, and once you get it just right, you're good to go. In a cocktail shaker, mix 60 milliliters of dried gin with 15 milliliters of dry vermouth, give it a good shake, strain it into a martini glass, and top it off with a green olive or 2. Cheers! I don't know about you, but I have to go grab some missing ingredients and take my own advice this season. Happy mixing! If you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and click the notification bell. Thanks for watching.